This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
And welcome back. Police are on the hunt for 3 armed men who allegedly stole a Samsung cell phone and a black handbag from 2 females late Monday night. The incident reportedly occurred in western New Providence shortly before midnight. Initial reports reveal that the victim, while in the area of West Bay Street, experienced mechanical difficulties with her vehicle. A short time later, they were approached by 3 males who were in a champagne-colored vehicle. 2 of those men, both of whom were wearing masks, were armed with firearms, reportedly exited that vehicle and robbed the females before making good their escape. Anyone with information that can assist police in identifying and locating the suspects involved in this incident is asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department via Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. That's 328-8477. No arrests were made, but police have confiscated a high-powered assault rifle on Grand Bahama. On Monday, shortly before 8 p.m., officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit were on routine patrol in the area of West Beach Road when they observed the occupants of a dark-colored vehicle acting in a suspicious manner. The officers attempted to intercept that vehicle. However, the driver sped off, evading the police. Officers then searched the area where the men were and discovered the high-powered rifle. Investigations continue into this matter as well. Steady progress is being made in Eleuthera with water supply challenges. Residents in Eleuthera have been experiencing repeated disruptions in water supply for months. General Manager of the Water and Sewage Corporation, WSC, Robert Deal, says the main priority is to address all weak points on the island.
Just this Monday, we commenced construction of 2 in the statement that we would have shared. We indicated that we had 2 what we call module tanks. These are bladder tanks, one being installed at the naval base in central Eleuthera, and the second one being installed at the Bogue in North Eleuthera. The construction of those started on Monday, and that's expected to last for another 2 weeks. Once those are constructed, the pipe work has to be put in place, and then hopefully those tanks will be commissioned in due course to increase the storage capacity.
In December last year, Water and Sewage took media on a tour of the restoration being done at the water plant in central Eleuthera. Board members expressed disappointment with the contract company, Aqua Design, and its ability to supply water to south and central Eleuthera, citing their inability to supply water on a consistent basis. Today, Mr. Deal says they are working together very closely to increase production capacity by 200,000 gallons.
Because the demand is so high that essentially the supply and the demand are just about the same. And so we have to increase the production capacity to ensure that we have additional production capacity to keep the tanks filled and to allow sufficient maintenance on the installed units that are there now. Those we expect 2 trailers to come in, one for North Eleuthera and also one for Central Eleuthera. Each of those will have an additional 200,000 gallons per day capacity, and those are expected to arrive here in New Providence on the 28th of this month. And so once they arrive on the 28th, the idea is hopefully they will be shipped to Eleuthera shortly thereafter and then connected, the necessary commissioning and everything done. So the idea is working on increasing storage capacity, also increasing our production capacity, and beyond that, looking at all of our weak points. If we have weak points on our generation, weak points in our pumping stations, in our transmission mains, distribution mains, trying to improve the reliability of our supply.
Water and Sewage Corporation also ordered a new 1 million imperial gallon storage tank for both locations, which is scheduled to be running by June 2023. Mr. Deal noted that the Water and Sewage Corporation is also in very active talks with the government, BPL, and the private sector to introduce solar energy to Eleuthera for water production.
There's a lot of focus in Eleuthera about how we can best improve the reliability of our supply and also the reliability of the power supply. And solar is a very active discussion in that front.
Mr. Deal assures residents that the Water and Sewage Corporation is working closely with the contractor on a daily basis to ensure that all plants are up and running and supplying water to its customers. And finally, the Cabinet Office announcing a state-recognized funeral will be held for the late retired Supreme Court Justice Roger Gomez on Friday, 11 a.m. at the St. Agnes Anglican Church. The body of the late justice will lie in state in the Hansard building Bank Lane and Bay Street from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday, with viewing for the general public beginning at 12:30 p.m. The body will leave the Hansard building on Friday morning for the service at St. Agnes, and interment will follow in the St. Agnes Cemetery on Nassau Street. The retired justice was called to the bar in 1978 and practiced law in private chambers until 1989. He was appointed Chief Justice or Chief Magistrate in 2004. In 2013, he became Justice in the Supreme Court, assigned to the Family Division. The late Justice Gomez died earlier this month at home at the age of 73. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.